Was in abundance, niggas shooting off your face.
As promised, man, we got a new Troy Ave album. I do believe it's on a couple mixtape sites, but I don't think that you can download it. And shout out to Topaz Yates. He was the first one to talk about this project, and I gotta agree with him, man. This is by far the best Troy Ave project this year. It's not like his, other albums. New York City, the album, Major Without a Deal, whatever the case may be. But definitely some good music on here. I do enjoy this a little bit more than I did a Free Troy Ave mixtape, which has Chuck Norris on this joint. But the thing about the tape that was kind of different for me, not the content, but the production, it don't really sound mastered. And I don't know if he was going for that type of sound or whatever, but I was just like, damn, the beats on here is pretty cool, but it just seemed like it's not mixed and mastered good. But anyway, 10 joints on this joint. Of course, Chuck Norris, we heard before, and he had put out a record to start it off with, Appreciate Me, but the opening track is Riding in the Whip. I thought it was alright, to start off I wouldn't have started the album off with that joint, but to me, the beat just was weak. His flow was decent, the lyrics was aight, it just seemed like a throwaway record, and I'm like, damn, why would you start the project off with this shit? You know what I mean? It's not bad, but at the same time, it's just aight. You did go into Hot Boy. Now this is where the album picks up. The beat is there. I like his flow. The hook was okay, telling a good story. You know what I mean? Hot Boy, if you understand what he's talking about in the song. I don't want to give it away if anybody ain't heard the album yet, but definitely a good story right there in the music. He was just didn't hold back in the lyrics, and I can appreciate that. It gets into Freaks Only track 3. Now I was, I didn't know how to feel about this record because I'm listening to it and it's like, damn, it's not bad. I love the piano based production. I thought the hook was cool. He used kind of melodic flow and basically talking about women he like, freaks, women that's in a lot of sexual activity. And I was like, damn, I like the record, but it just feel like something missing. I think the thing with this album, he did all the hooks basically, and I think that's not a good look for Troy Ave. He stopped being cheap, nigga, and whatever the case may be. But I don't think it's just the money issue, but I still feel like eventually that song will grow on me. Appreciate Me, in my opinion, it's a good record. I fuck with it. I just thought it was just gonna be about what he was talking about in the first verse, but definitely it's not. Love the piano based beat. I thought the hook was decent. The first verse, definitely he talking about his baby mama. Second, you could say that he's talking about his life in a sense, fake niggas, people not being there and shit like that. And the third verse definitely is about his aunt. I think, if I'm correct, she passed away or something like that, but he just basically said he learned to love and appreciate his aunt. And I thought that was pretty deep and pretty decent. I was like, wow, that's pretty different. I definitely enjoyed that record. Drug Game, another song that I enjoy. Storytelling, got a dramatic type production, ghostly like sample, and it's just about a dude that's basically in a drug game. I definitely feel like this story can be continued, and you just gotta listen to the story. It's not bad. I definitely fuck with that. Another good record. Then it goes into track 6, Real Eyes, Realize, Realize, in quotations, news talking intro, which this should have been the intro of the album, my personal opinion. And basically about his situation, fake friends, realizing that people there when you ballin', but when you kind of down and out, they ain't there. So that's basically what the song is about, just realizing fake people that wasn't there for you from the beginning, but that was around for, the glory and everything like that. Definitely fuck with it. Now we get into track 7. This shit is crazy. Rikers Island, like that sample, the beat is crazy. He just talking about what goes on when he in jail, the type of shit he's been through, going through, and things of that nature, because, he out on bail, whatever the case may be. But definitely, I love that sample. That shit is crazy. I got it like a little... Just watch the whole video, and just watch for a certain clip of that song. Dope, man. But anyway, I fuck with that record. Moving into Don't Forget, another storytelling record. The beat was decent. It's 3 different stories. The first verse is basically about a street dude, and you know the ins and out of that. The second verse is about a dude that's kind of like a lame in a sense, and he got on some Rick Ross shit. I'm gonna leave it at that. And the third verse is basically a good girl and going bad. Shout out to Game and Drake. And definitely a good story. You got to definitely listen to that song. And I feel like each one of these verses could be a song in itself. So I feel like, damn, it's more to it than that. if you really look at it the way I looked at it when I heard the song. But I definitely enjoyed that. Pain, track 9, great beat, love the background vocals. And the first verse basically about bozo dudes. You know how Troy Ave feel about bozo ass niggas and, you know, weirdos and shit like that. And that's basically what the first verse is about. Second verse is basically about his life and his situations, you know, what he going through and everything like that. And I was like, wow, you know, he definitely gave you an in-depth look into his life and everything, and I could appreciate that. And the last track, of course, Chuck Norris, Hoes and Gangsters in quotations, and a lot of people say that it's a Mano diss. I find it funny that it came out and Mano did a song as well when Troy was locked up, basically kind of going at him, but, you know, I guess it's about, you know, him or whatever. But I definitely fuck with the song. It's catchy, like the bouncy like beat. You know, overall, this was a good project, man. I can't even front. You know, definitely not on the level of his first 2 studio albums, but definitely better than some of the recent material he's been putting out, in my opinion. It's an 8 all the way across the boards. The rating, I like 8 of the songs. Production is 8. I just feel like the production really wasn't mixed and mastered right. You know, he has some good beats, but I just feel like, damn, it don't sound finished. And far as the hooks, I don't feel like he needs to do all the hooks, because it makes, like, you listen to the hook on track 3, you know, track 2, track 4, you know, it's like, damn, nigga, you don't have nobody in your camp that really can do the hooks. You need to reach out to certain people or find a dope female, like, rapper / singer to get these hooks, because it's like, it takes away from the record. You could have 3 fire verses, but the hook is like, it takes away from it. And then if you have a lackluster beat, it takes away from the song, but you spitting some real shit. You got to have the whole package, in my personal opinion, when you're an artist and when you're putting together records, you know what I mean? But I can understand his situation. He probably limited it to what he can do, you know, as far as his, you know, court situation and everything like that. But at least we got new music, and I can appreciate that. But yeah, man, Troy Ave, Roland Collins, definitely a good listen, though. You know, I'm guarantee you at least walk away with 5 records off this joint that you will like and appreciate. And I know a lot of people don't like Troy Ave and like, oh, he's Troy Average, he's trash, he's this and that. This project, in my opinion, is not no super lyrical shit. Let's not get it fucked up. But at least he's being more open, you know, letting you into his life a little bit more instead of talking about, you know, the money, the cars, the women, popping champagne and shit. But other than that, I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for watching.